Started here and towing the slab in this one, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Ball. 2 balls, no strike.
That one outside, and it's 3-0.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
And that is in for a strike. And the count is 3-1. That one pulled foul. The pitch. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Grabs it on the run. And there's one away. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Miguel Vargas.
And he's leading them in runs batted in this season, which tells me this guy is able to slow things down when it seems like there's a little bit of pressure, and he's looking at it as an opportunity to do damage. A lot of guys, they see runners on base and they get big. They feel like all this pressure, I've got to get these runs in, but somehow he seems to settle into these situations. So watch out when he comes to the plate.
Chase Mitra, batting with one down, takes a strike. Yamamoto, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
One out, base is empty. Next offering is downstairs. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch to pitch, execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
Left fielder.
One gone, runner at first. Andrew Benintendi steps to the plate for the White Sox. And there's a foul ball. And now the count is even. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Mydra stands at first with one out. Caught him looking for the K. So now the DH spot, Miguel Vargas. That's a strike. 0-1.
No ball, 1 strike.
Two outs. Curveball drops in for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Strike 3. It's a strikeout for Yamamoto. And the Dodgers are coming up to hit no score. Back after this on the show. Back here at Chavez Ravine. And on the hill in this one, Jonathan Cannon. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Up the middle. On the run, throw to first. Got him. Nice play.
Batting second.
Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Oh, nice lunging grab.
Batting third.
All right, kind of lost his balance at the end there and gave us a little flare, but that was a really nice job tracking it down, and that thing was sinking fast. If it gets by him, it was going to roll for a while.
2 down, bases empty. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers, and that's in there at the knees. Two outs, bases empty. And that one fouled off. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back. Going, gone. He'll circle the bases, and it gives him the lead in the first. It's 1-0.
He's bringing the thunder in a rainstorm. How in the world did he manage to hit that pitch out? There was a cutter away. Kind of works like a slider. You've got to stay on it, let it travel a little bit, and then get your arms extended. Really good piece of hitting right there.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. And the next pitch is way outside. Just missed.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
2 down, nobody on. That one is absolutely belted. And it one-hops the wall. Around first and hustling for second. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Tommy Edman at the plate. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1. Man on second, 2 down. Swinging a foul straight back. And look out, as that one ran in and got him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. First and second, 2 outs. Andy Pajes will hit next. Good power. Not great in the OBP department.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got one run in. You got to try to get another one or maybe two.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Doesn't stop. Heads for home. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with 2 outs on a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid of it quickly, and throwing on the money. That is great technique from start to finish. Nice job to end the inning.
New inning getting started, and here's the rookie catcher, Kyle Teal. And that's a strike. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that is ball 1. Larry Bullard, our umpire behind the plate.
Bullard's got a pretty standard strike zone. Sometimes he'll have you guessing a little bit, but overall, well-respected umpire in the league.
To the right side. Rojas with the throw to first. 1 out in the second.
Batting 6th, second baseman, Lenyn Sosa.
And here is Sosa to the plate. Late swing fouled off. 1 down, base is empty. Strike 2.
Look, it looked like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter's timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
I mean, there aren't many curveballs in the sport today that break like that thing does. Huge movement. It's so difficult to get on the same plane and even think about squaring it up, let alone get a piece and hope he throws something else to keep the at-bat alive.
Ryan Noda steps to the plate for the White Sox. That's in there.
0-1.
And that one is inside.
Clearly he didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
Ball to strike. The pitch. That's down and in. And that's downstairs and outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Swing and a miss. And the count is filled up.
3-2.
Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. Base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Batting 8th, center fielder, Michael A. Taylor.
Now it's the veteran outfielder, Michael A. Taylor. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. One hit, one left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Dodgers 1 and the White Sox nothing. Back here at Dodger Stadium, here's Muncy to hit.
Third baseman, Max Muncy.
Cannon back to work. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. On the ground, right side. In plenty of time to first. That's one out, the bottom of the second.
8, first baseman, Kike Hernandez.
Kike Hernandez at the plate. Just missed. Inside, and it's 2-0. And another ball. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Makes the grab, 2 down.
Batting ninth, second baseman, Miguel Rojas.
2 outs, base is empty. Miguel Rojas at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. That's a ball. Tried the sweeper. That's to third. Rojas fires over to first. And the Dodgers are set down in order. Dodgers go down quietly, but they lead it 1-0. Back here in LA, here's Josh Rojas.
Third baseman.
This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. And there's one down. We haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, everyone looking and wondering when they're going to stop play. It definitely feels close.
Tauchman in the box now. No balls and a strike.
I'm expecting to see a lot of swings and misses today with Yamamoto on the mound. You know, his ability to generate strikeouts, so impressive. And he's not the most physically imposing pitcher in the league, but his fastball slider combo brings hitters to their knees quite a bit.
Late on that fastball.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Way inside, gets out of the way.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Got him. Larry Bullard rings him up.
Well, he clearly didn't recognize that curveball out of the hand and tried to check the swing, just went around too far, and you're hoping the umpire maybe missed it and they bail you out.
And next to hit for the Sox, Chase Mydroff. And that curveball drops in there for a strike. Mydroff measures 5 feet 10 inches, batting second in today's lineup, and he was drafted in the 4th round in 2022. Swing and a pop-up, foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Next one misses. Now 1-2.
1-2.
Hit on the ground to short. Betts whips it across. That's out number 3. 1-2-3 go the White Sox. They trail here 1-0. And we're back as we go to the last of the 3rd. And now the DH, Ha-Seong Kim.
Ha-Seong Kim.
That one's in there. Strike 1. Sinker catches the zone at the knees.
That's the ball.
And a foul ball. He stays alive.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Stretches out and hauls it in.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Here's Mookie Betts now. Fly to left his first time. Right through there for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
And the 0-1. Up the middle, Mydroff slings to first, and Betts is set down.
Now batting, right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. He's already homered in this game. Up and in, and that's ball 1. And that's down and away.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
That misses the zone, and now 3-0. Will Smith waiting to bat for the Dodgers. That's a walk. Went with the cutter again, but couldn't find the zone.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or an into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Runner on the goal. Strike in there. Safe in second with a stolen base. 2 outs. Up the middle. Mydroff whips it to first on the run. In time. Got him. 1 left for L.A., but they still lead it 1-0. All set for the start of the inning. Benintendi up
left
here.
Fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
Pitches in for a strike. It's 0-1.
You know, these White Sox, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
This one in the air, center field. Edman going after it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one down.
Now batting, designated hitter
Miguel Vargas steps to the plate for the White Sox. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Late on that fastball.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Next offering is outside. That one missed. And a swing and a miss. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He's out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more. His timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And up next for Chicago, Kyle Teal. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. Check swing. Now an appeal to third. Didn't go. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 2. Foul ball there. Next offering is fouled back.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. Nothing across here this half. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Dodgers 1 and the White Sox nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shelby and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Tommy Edman. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
And that one fouled off. In there at the knees, 2-2.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Line drive, base hit right field. And they had their first hit since the first inning.
solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
And up next for Los Angeles, Andy Pages. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Checks over to first. Back safely. Out in front and foul to the left side.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and they can't get the out.
Now batting third baseman, Max Muncy.
Here's Max Muncy. He's 0 for 1. Yeah, that's fouled off.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Edman over at second. Pages at first with no outs. Foul ball still 0-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
That one just misses. And the count 1-2.
No, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Now batting.
Here's Kike Hernandez. Popped out and foul ground first time through. Right through there for a strike. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Sean Burke preparing to come on if needed. Alexander, the lefty, warming up as well. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next offering is fouled back. Maybe a 2-ball. 5. Rojas throws on to first. And there's 2 away.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
And next for LA, Miguel Rojas. First time up, he grounded to third. And fouled off. The Dodgers threatening. And takes low for ball 1. That's a strike. Outside low, and it's 2-2. Second and third, 2 down. That's a ball. Tried to attack with a sweeper. Hesung Kim up next for the Dodgers. Payoff pitch. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Mydroff drops into the glove, and that is the third out of the inning. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Dodgers 1 and the White Sox nothing. We go to the top of the 5th, and now Lenny Sosa.
Lenny Sosa.
Yamamoto back to work. That one fouled off.
You know, these White Sox showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Starter's leash has to be getting tighter with his pitch count where it is, but so far he's been really effective in this one.
Hernandez takes it himself, one away here in the 5th.
Ryan Noda.
So up next, Ryan Noda, a single his first time.
You know, sometimes it just takes getting to the bullpen in order to be able to score runs, and that might be the case today.
Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Just missed. White Sox down a run.
Ball.
And that's in there at the knees. Line drive, base hit. And they have their first base runner since the 2nd inning.
Now batting center fielder.
Only 2 hits allowed so far
Taylor.
tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
1 down. So up next for Chicago, Michael A. Taylor. His first at bat was a strikeout. And that one ripped to left. Calls it in, 2 away.
Now batting third baseman Josh Rojas.
So 2 down now, and here is Josh Rojas. Fly to left his first time. And that one wrapped foul. Two outs. Swing and a chopper out to short. They take the force out. That's the 3rd out. So 1 left for the White Sox. They're down 1-0.
Now pitching for
Back
Chicago.
now to start the bottom of the 5th and taking over on the mound, Sean Burke.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Hesung Kim
Leading
steps to the
off
plate
for
for
the
the Dodgers. 0-2 in this one.
Hesung Kim.
And that's outside.
You know, these Dodgers doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out 1 time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
And a ground ball to first. He takes it on his own, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Shortstop Mookie Betts.
Here's Mookie now.
All those numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
And Mookie takes. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. And the slider just misses. And that's downstairs and outside. Fought off foul.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Draws the walk there.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
So a man at first. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. He's already homered here in this one. That one lifted to left. Benintendi ranging after it. He's got it. And there are 2 outs.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
The batter now will be Will Smith. 1 for 2. This one in the air. Burke. That is the inning. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. 5 innings complete. It's the Dodgers 1 and the White Sox nothing. Back here at Chavez Ravine, and now it's going to be Mike Tauchman.
Definitely classify Tauchman as one of those gritty players, willing to do whatever, get on base, get around the bases.
First pitch misses. And there's the strike. Outside low, and it's 2-1. Right through there for a strike. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. A swing and a miss. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. So digging in, Chase Mydroff. He's 0 for 1. Ball 1, no strikes. White Sox down a run. Next offering is fouled back. Fouled off down the right side. The 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
One down, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the third one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
Benintendi to the plate. There's a strike. Two down, nobody on, and we're in the top half of the 6th. In there at the knees.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Dodgers 1 and the White Sox nothing. Back here at Dodger Stadium, bottom of the 6th. Here's the center fielder, Tommy Edman. Burke, in his rookie season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and he works in a changeup. Next offering is in for a strike. Laser could be trouble, and that's going to get into the corner. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. He got a pitch he could drive, but he didn't get too excited like a lot of guys do and pull off the baseball. Really good timing all the way through the swing, and the barrel was so on plane with the ball. Easy drive into the gap for that double.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Andy Pages steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That one misses, and that's ball 1. Man at second. And that's another ball.
2-0.
Burke checks the runner. Edman dives back in safely. Edman leads off second with nobody out. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Swing and a foul out of play. That misses, and it's 3-2. No outs, runner on second. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
Here comes Max Muncy. There's a swing and a drive. And this one looks like trouble. 1 run is in. Coming home. He'll score. 2 runs are in.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Here's Kike Hernandez. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Taylor settles under this one and puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one away.
Now batting, second baseman, Miguel Rojas.
So man aboard, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Miguel Rojas.
Well, bottom of the order here, Boog. You got to go right after this guy.
As they look to pick up an add-on run, and the number 9 guy at the plate. That one clips the outside corner, 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
He's clearly out there throwing pitches in this situation. First base is open. He walks him. No big deal.
One out and a runner at second here in the bottom of the 6th. Set down on strikes. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees.
Everything in that at bat was away until the final pitch. 3 pitches in a row on the outside part of the plate, and of course that gets you conditioned to look out there, maybe a little bit out on your toes. So a great call on pitch number 4 to just hit that inside part of the plate and freeze him for strike 3.
Back to the top of the lineup. Next to hit, Hae-Sung Kim. 0 for 3 in this one. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Man on second, 2 down. Stays alive.
Yeah, with 2 strikes here, you really want to miss outside the zone with that breaking ball.
Swing and a miss, and that is that. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here in L.A., now it's the DH, Miguel Vargas. The pitch. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. A solo shot, his 11th of the year, and they close the gap. It's 3-1. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Kyle Teal steps to the plate for the White Sox. Knee high, that's in for a strike.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
That one hit the knees for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Kirby Yates looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Trevino also throwing. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
Lenny Sosa steps to the plate for the White Sox. And that's through there for a strike. Just missed.
1-1.
One out, base is empty, and a run in here in the top half of inning number 7. Falling behind 2-1. And there's the strike.
2-2.
Swing and a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Yoshinobu Yamamoto departs. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching.
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Anthony Banda.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
And now the first baseman, Ryan Noda. He's 2 for 2. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
The tying run at the plate. Sliced hard but foul.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Got him looking. 2 away.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Michael A. Taylor steps to the plate for the White Sox. Just missed. And another ball.
2 balls, no strike.
Pitch misses. 3-0. Josh Rojas in the on deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Sosa off of first with 2 away. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way on.
First and second, 2 outs. Now the third baseman, Josh Rojas. That one misses. That's 5 straight.
Well, he's already in some trouble, and falling behind in the count makes it even worse. Then you've got to throw the ball over more of the plate, and that's where they can really do damage against a guy like this.
And that is out of play. First and second, 2 down. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
He hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this pitcher.
That's off the inside corner. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
3-2 now. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. And with 2 outs and the count full, the runners will be on the move. Ground ball up the middle. On to Hernandez. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage.